What is going on, you guys? It's your boy Average Bob. First thing, we had a lot of newer people come to the channel after a video from the other week, where before the bye week, and then I was out of the country for this last week, and I got back. My flight back to the States was during the time that this game happened. It's flying Delta. They don't have live TV, so I couldn't watch at all. So I've really haven't watched any of the highlights of this game yet. Besides seeing Tommy Cutlets get absolutely drilled, stepping up into the pocket and crushed by a blitz, and then Singletary celebrating after a touchdown, like looked like late in the game, and it was like a 1 yard run, which I guess that sums it all up. I didn't post or make a video about a lot of the news last week. I want to drop one tomorrow. I was on the road. I was in a hotel room. I didn't want to just not have it be as good of a quality as it could have been, and trust me, maybe I'll just start ranting about Danny Dimes and him finally being cut from the Giants during this video. But I think for the major premise of this video is just recapping the highlights, adding my 2 cents where I can. Tomorrow, we'll drop a really big video about everything that occurred over the last week and into this game here and what we could see looking forward into the Thanksgiving matchup going into the Cowboys. So with that, let's get started. Yeah, and I knew stuff was going wrong badly when I actually connected to Wi-Fi on my flight and saw my dad. My father really doesn't like Baker Mayfield. I'm a Baker guy. I've always respected his game from when he first started playing at Texas Tech and then eventually Oklahoma and winning the Heisman. And I rooted for his success on the Browns as well because they have been in quarterback purgatory hell as well. Kind of like the Giants have been since Eli has left. So I think my father really didn't like him doing the spamming the Tommy Cutlet celebration. I guess we'll see it during this video. Yeah, but Mike Evans versus Deontay Banks. Banks has not looked good at all this season. And then I guess this is one point to bring up. It's not like the Giants in general haven't. Maybe I'll just keep playing too. They haven't invested in the secondary, right? Even though you didn't pay McKinney, now he looks like a world beater on the Packers with his league-leading 7th interception after the game yesterday. And then also on top of that, you let Saquon walk to the Eagles. Again, we've been talking about it all season, but Saquon goes off for like 300 yards, 255 rushing yards, 200 total yards, and looks absolutely incredible. So it's something with the Giants where these guys leave and go to other teams and look really good. Even better than how they looked when they were here, which I don't even know what's going on with that. But back to my point about the Giants secondary. It's not like the Giants haven't invested, oh my gosh, into their secondary at this point. They have drafted Drew Phillips. They drafted Flott. They drafted Deontay Banks. And we just somehow never figure it out. McFadden's got to get off that block. I mean, this just looks like everything was a disaster from the beginning. Little cutback, or not even a cutback lane. This is just straight off tackle. And Burns looks like he weighs 225 pounds, so it was easy to just one-on-one man block by the right tackle. And then you get the right guard right on McFadden, who gets to his outside shoulder. Great block by the right guard right there. Doesn't hold on too long for the hole. Then you get, is that Bucky or Rashad White going over? Trying to make a play. Quick RPO screen. And this is the first drive of the game, and the Bucs have, I think it's first drive of the game, and the Bucs, 7 for 852 yards is probably the first drive. So we're in any highlights from the Giants yet, and there you go. So Tommy, nice hole and run for Tracy, but I think there weren't too many of these plays just based on what was popping off in my family chat, and I really couldn't tell too much from the flight, but Bellinger in there as the H-back. Guys getting downfield, blocking. Tracy looks good. I think, the one thing that's pissing me off a little bit, too, is just after the game, like, the comments from everyone. Like, you see neighbors just being like, whatever the Giants might... Oh, this is the one that I saw. Oh, my goodness gracious. Running back, I think, definitely goes the wrong way. If we're looking at this from a scheme standpoint, this is, I believe, Anton Winfield Jr. coming off the edge. And then you have... the center, left guard, left tackle, and running back. So there's 4 guys essentially for 2, and this guy is coming hot. Then you're Evan Neal, I guess, got the nod for this one, and he just gets completely beat. You can see people setting up and pass blocking, but like Evan Neal's already lost his rep completely as he's turning. As a right tackle, there's nothing else you could do besides just accelerate him to the quarterback, which he does, which is an absolutely no-go because that's how you get guys hurt. And hey, look, Tommy DeVito, the ball's just been snapped. Tommy DeVito is flat-footed, and he's already got someone coming right off his face. I don't know. Maybe this was supposed to be a screen to the running back or something, but steps up. Evan Neal's didn't do anything in this rep. Let's just watch Evan Neal from the beginning here, actually. It looks like he just ducks his head and misses completely. Evan Neal is right here at the top of the logo. I mean, 94 just kind of ripped inside. It's just nothing like Evan Neal hasn't seen. Quarterback's killed. Illuminor is just like hobbling there at the bottom of the screen, goes down with an ankle injury. Guys are just checking out and just completely don't want to play on this team anymore. And it's just a larger issue, I think, for the franchise. I mean, it's kind of remarkable that they didn't make any moves at the trade deadline and trying to get a little bit of capital for these guys who can play a little bit. But I don't know what the future is. You know, they've said Dable is coming back, Joe Shane's coming back, but every move that they make does not work, and guys are having tremendous. Oh my God. We've talked about this all season long, ladies and gentlemen. The 3rd and 6. Giants get the ball back after making a nice stop. Why do they have Brian Burns? Did anyone else see that? Hold on. Look, the team is the camera crew or in-stadium thing is already messed up. They're just pointing out Brian Burns, unless Brian Burns also just hates playing for the Giants, so now he is suiting up as a linebacker, edge rusher for the Bucs in this one. Probably wants to get some stats by going against Evan Neal. All joking aside, 3rd and 6, what do the Giants do? They run an out route to Wandell. Again, not even a yard past the marker, and he gets a death ball there, and he's still short. So textbook Giants. Oh, they go for it, and they run a end around that just completely blown up. It doesn't. Yeah, and on that, it didn't look like he got it. Maybe they'll give him the spot. I don't know, though. That was close and kind of a dog shit play call. It just kind of goes to show you, it's like the Giants just overthink everything. They also, yogurt sleeves, Todd Bowles. I guess they got stopped on their own side of the field. No pass rush. I mean, Mike Evans, I think he went like 6 for 68 or something. Honestly, to be honest with you guys, I couldn't even follow too much. I got back from overseas and it was jet lag, wake up with the baby this morning, then get back into the grind of having to do a ton of other shit. But this looked like a fun game if you were a Bucs fan. I don't think I'm going to slow it down too much just to progress this through a little bit further. But it didn't seem like early on the Giants were too far off the bat for this one. You know, that last drive they just went for it with a 2-and-8 style play call and end around to Wan'Dale Robinson. Tommy Cutlets escapes the pocket, runs out of bounds on 3rd and 13. This is a punt. And this is probably where everything starts spiraling out of control, yeah. It's just, I don't know what to make of moving forward because I don't think John Mayer has explicitly stated, I don't want to be in a coaching carousel every few years. But also, like, what's the game plan here? Because, again, Brian Dable in these press conferences is like, I got to look at the tape. And I don't know. The tape doesn't look good. You get guys quitting. You guys got guys shying away from hits. Like, that's what's annoying. You watch other teams play actual football, and then you watch the Giants, and it doesn't even look like the same game for the most part. And that's what doesn't bode well for the future, unless they're just like, I don't want to use any of my good play calls the rest of the season since it's over. I don't know. But yeah, that's kind of been really a lot of the plays that have worked this year is just play action in some capacity. I got to tell you what, the happiest person on planet Earth. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, I'm sorry. We have to bring this one back. I said I wasn't going to bring it back, but oh my God. This looks exactly like last year. Nothing improved. My God. John Michael thrown into the quarterback's lap. Look at that. That is an absolute... Quarterback gets hit by 2 people. That's as big of a low light. DeVito get his ass kicked in this game. I mean, I think you could... One thing you can never question about Daniel Jones was his toughness. Oh man, what a great block down field on Banks by the other by the other backup lineman right there. This is like a JV football game for the Bucks, the 4-6 Bucks. That was one thing. Sorry, that was one thing you can never question about Jones. Oh, Kayvon's back. But never didn't have the talent, but he played through injuries. He got his ass kicked very consistently. And you know what? He did his last thing. He took with class. They put him in the fourth team scout. He was the fourth quarterback on the scout team, playing like safety. Said release me. I think he was almost Eli Manning-ish from a class standpoint. He had every opportunity to throw every single player under the. There's the spam emoji about the guy. Okay, I can kind of see why my dad was pissed off about that one. But from a class standpoint, he was pure class. He never threw on anyone under the bus. It kind of looks like the exact opposite, where I think Neighbors after these games, and people are like, last night Neighbors is turned out, or after the game yesterday, like Neighbors is finally turned. He's sick of this. Neighbors was saying and cluing to a lot of this way earlier in the season about being open and not getting passes, and Jones got him the concussion that knocked him out of a game too. So where the hell is Evan Neal going on this play? Why is Evan Neal like at the numbers? All right. Just maybe it was more of a design outside run play. 2-8 shit. You finally get down to the goal line. Let's put our third string quarterback at wide receiver and snap it to Tyrone Tracy with Singletary and Theo Johnson in the backfield. Mother of God. And he fumbled? You cannot make this up. Did he fumble it on the hit, or was it an exchange thing? Sorry, I'm gonna go back and look at this. Okay, so he's pulled it. So this is clear. Oh my god, guys. I don't know what to do with this. Okay, I did think last year was so bad. This somehow looks worse. Does anyone else feel that way? DeVito pleading for the ball down. He was on the opposite side of the field playing wide receiver. Like, you couldn't see that, Tommy. Come on, bro. Dexter's always cared. I feel bad for Dexter. We're just, well, I don't know. It's just one of these things, too, where like rebuilds shouldn't take that long. And then next thing you know, you're 2-8. I just can't believe how this season has shaken out to be way worse than last season. When last season I thought was impossibly bad, and they had a historically bad offensive line. I don't know how you keep these guys around. I know you don't want to do a carousel thing, but my gosh, you get to 2-9. There's still 6 games left after this. Oh my god, Drew Phillips get killed there. Guys, you've seen some all-time bad, desperate Giants moments and plays this season. Between like the terrible 2-point conversions, the missed throws from Jones, the interceptions with games on the line. The Wildcat in 2024 fake to Singletary lead blocking, Tyrone Tracy fumble is on the Mount Rushmore of horrible plays I've seen this season. And we've seen a play where the 2-point conversion play where they did the swinging gate, and that might be the worst one, but that was pretty damn bad. Yeah, he was going to get killed running. He didn't learn at all after that one Saints game when he got like knocked out and was flatlined on the ground. But this is a rusty guy. Like, I can't even imagine it. I think we've turned a weird corner in sports in general, and where we're at as a franchise completely. This is really bad. Guys celebrating down 30-7. A part of me wants Bucky Irving to just take it 99 yards or wherever they started that drive. What am I watching right now? The Giants actually get this back or no? See, this is like, it's funny if this was a normal game. Oh, tell me they run down to the end zone and do the celebration. Tell me no, they're not doing that stupid shit. But it's pretty damn close. My God. And that was wait, what? Why is I guess there's no other. I went from 7 minutes to 1 minute left. Oh my God. Guys, I don't even know what else to do at this point. 2-9. Okay, so let me just bring something up really quick because if you look at the bottom of the screen, one record's 2-9, the other's 5-6. The 5-6 team that was just 4-6 looks a hell of a lot better in every single facet of the game. I don't know what we're doing from here. Short week, Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving. I'm sure Netflix or whoever paid like $1 billion for the rights of to have Giants Cowboys. I saw how to on the bottom of the screen. They were up 20-9, and I think Washington came back. I didn't watch the highlights from that, but Washington came back and then should have missed a field goal to tie the game. Sorry, I'm laughing. I don't know what else to do. Thank you guys for watching.